can pay attention to what is going to present. So you can listen to what William has to say and all about his project. But make sure you have questions for him so that you can help him also see where he can adjust. Okay?
Product and market it and find a suitable buyer. Yes, now this is the homepage of it. So we will be having things like electronics. If you want maybe to sell your microwave, fashions, home and gardens, sports, books and others. You can post it, the price, and maybe the location of where the item is being, where the item is. And by that, the information of the seller will be on the app, but it won't be to the public use. It will only be useful when, let's say, for instance, the police may require things like that. Any questions?
Can you try navigating to see how it is?
Let's say now somebody wants to search for a particular item.
about, now, is it about just searching the items or you are equally selling?
Selling and buying.
Selling and buying?
Yes, it means the clients that will be using this particular app, anybody that is willing to buy or sell. Like for instance, if you go to Facebook, there are many groups where you can just join for selling of second-hand items. You can just join, not that you're selling, you're just learning it. You can scroll and see items that are being sold, and maybe the price of the item being sold, yes. Now, by just seeing, maybe you can see something that you might require. You don't want it at that particular time, but you can see it plus the price, then you just decide to buy it. Now it's for both the buyers and the sellers.
So is there any vetting of the items before you either buy them or sell? Because you know the problem in this country, most of the second-hand items are stolen. So what is the authenticity?
Yes, now that's where, yes, that's the point that I mentioned earlier. Let me just repeat it for the first. Yes, this particular app, despite those other groups in Facebook, they don't give you the warranty of the particular, not the warranty, the safety of the buyer in buying of that item. But with this app, you can buy it because the seller's information will be retained at the app. It won't be visible to the public use, but only instances where maybe the buyer is caught with that particular item. He can just inform the police that this particular item I bought from this particular app, I have the receipt. And following it from there, you will find the information of the seller. National ID, a passport photo, and phone number. Any other question?
So, for example, so maybe I'm a buyer, so I want to do a list of review on the color, the details, the model, how control it, like in film, before you buy anything, you have to view it, price, model, storage, color, all of this.
Yes, by the only information it will be having is the price, a picture of the item being sold, and maybe a bit of a video clip of it to see the actual thing being sold. Yes, those are.
For more information, I think to that the details. So that maybe a buyer can know what you is buying. The model, something like that.
I think the model, you can see the model from the picture. Let's see if it's ATL, HD.
Yeah. So maybe you can add those one. Like the storage, maybe I'm looking at phone, like maybe I need a RAM, a phone which has a RAM of 4 GB, 6 GB, storage 128, model this and this, Android version this and this, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll consider it. Yes, I must. Yes, I will consider it. I just manage.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Why is no one asking about if that is the landing page of that
If that is a
the landing page? Landing page is the first thing that you see. For example, when you get into this room, you meet the curtain, right? So landing page is the first thing you see for any particular website. So is that your landing page, or there is a page that introduces a client to what you're doing, about us page, contacts, or as soon as he Googles secondhand.com, he immediately goes to this page, or there is another page?
I think this is the page.
that is your landing page.
Yes, that's the actual page.
Okay, so how am I going to see who you are, where are your offices, what's your phone number?
Location.
Direction.
Because yes, you are going to host a lot of people who are going to sell their products there. But let's say I have an issue with a seller, I'm a buyer, and I need to contact you because the seller is not responding. So how am I going to contact you? You should be able to
the idea was still that it would be acting on just a little bit of a geographical region. Now there won't be that much need for a particular maybe the use of just an office can work, plus the information available of the seller. The app only provides the information available of the seller. That means that the buyer will use that information together with the police just to identify the.
Are you buying that?
No.
No, why? We want to help him improve his prompt, because the next thing he's going to do is going to prompt the AI and then tell it to improve on the system by including more categories or the filters and making the images clickable, so that if we are getting an iPhone or we're getting a vintage leather or a gaming chair, then when I click on it, I'm supposed to be redirected to that particular item. Then after going to that item, I should be able to see that here is the seller, here is the description of the item, here are more images of the item. So what you're doing here is, the moment you come with your project, we are going to just have a look at it, and then the questions we're asking you, you just note them down, and then when you go to prompt your AI, you prompt it well, because you realize that the AI has some timeouts, right? And if you keep on giving it very shallow prompts, you're going to have a lot of problems. So your prompts needs to be quite in-depth. So when you use one prompt, it's like you're building a quarter of your page with only one prompt. That's why I showed you the feature whereby you can fine-tune your prompt. Okay? Yes. So for example, what you were saying about how the authenticity of the product, and you talked about including videos, images, right? Yes. So those are some of the things you can talk about. Which other feature can he include on his application? Yes, yes.
Like this one, so you should categorize your items. So maybe if it is electronics, it should be electronics. If it is clothing, like that. If it is shoes, ladies' shoes, men's shoes, so you should categorize item for easy searching. So you can a page of categorizing.
It's over there.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the difference between a product and an item? If I say a list of items and a list of products. Or am I talking the same language?
There are difference.
When you say I have a list of items and I have a list of products and I have categories of items, what do I mean? Because what he's asking is, you need to categorize, you need to have the, let's say, menswear, right? All those things. So if we have a look at your project, we have something called fashion, right? Fashion. So fashion, under fashion, then you can have dresses, trousers, shoes, right? And then under that you can have men's wear, women's wear, children's wear. So how does he go about prompting the AI? Because from this you can get an idea on how to also prompt your own. So what should he ask the AI to help him in? Because right there you have fashion, yes. But under fashion we have the shoes, we have shirts, we have trousers. And also we have men's and women and children. So how is he going to prompt the AI before he sits down? Help him out? No one? You can tell the AI to clearly define the categories. Because when you tell it to clearly define it, because it will go through the categories that you have, right from electronics. Electronics, we have blenders, we have TVs, we have radios. Those are electronics, but they will be different. Yes. So when you tell it to clearly define it and also improve on the grouping of items. So the AI will automatically know that, yes, I already have created the categories that are supposed to be there, but now I need to define how it is going to be grouped. So that's how you can go about it. Yeah, if there's no other question. Oh, one, yes.
When you started introducing the app, you said you're dealing in second-hand things, right? So, I think you should introduce location accuracy to make your buyers know exactly where the product is for easy access. I think you should be like that.
Yes, that's a nice point. That I should, yes, I must consider that option, because it's not like there's a first-hand items that you can just order from anywhere. They will be cheap. That means that you can't order something like for 200 shillings from Nairobi. Now the location of the place should be available. Let's say if it's in Kisumu, somebody who is in Kisumu that is also interested in that particular place, I will consider it. I will just do it.
Okay, that's fine. Give him a clap. Okay, so let me give you an example on what you can also have so that you can get the idea. Okay, so this one, from the idea of renting. You see now, this is my landing page. My website is called Rent Is. So my landing page here has browse properties, we have demo, we have about, we have context. And then on the farthest right, we have login and get started. So when someone searches for Rent Is, they are met with this page here. So you see, they are directed to two different categories. The first one, you have browse properties and list your property. So if you are a client, you just want to view the properties that are listed there, you will click on browse properties. If you are a landlord, you will click on list your property. So from the ideas that you are talking about the previous time, this is what you can also have. So when I scroll a bit down, why I choose Rent Is. See, easy search, trusted landlords, secure platforms. Okay. When I continue scrolling downwards, I say, ready to get started, join thousands of certified users who found their perfect home through Rent Is. So when a user wants to create an account, they can create an account as clients, not as landlords. So you see how we are going about it. Then when you go down, we now have our contacts. Rent Is now for renters, for landlords, and support. You see how we're going about it? So here we have for renters, we have browse properties, advanced search. For landlords, we have dashboard, list property, manage listings, and also help center for support, contact us, terms of service. So yes, I am hosting a platform where they can rent out their houses, but I'm also providing assistance in terms of support. So for example, now I'm just someone who is viewing. So when I come to browse properties, I'll be able to see properties in Kenya, right? So there on the left hand side, we have search by location, title, or description. Then we have all types. So we have a drop down here that has single room, self-contained, apartment, houses, gated community. So when I do this, when I come to single room, it will filter automatically to only the single rooms available. For example, that one is a single room. When I have it at all types, I will be able now just to view all the houses that are there, including the prices. So you see, for example, this one is a cozy self-contained studio in Kilimani, 1 bedroom, 1 bathtub, self-contained. So let's say I'm interested in that one. What do? My user must be able to interact with my program. So if I do this, I'll be redirected to that page where the house, more pictures are. So I can be able to see a little bit more pictures about the house. Then when I scroll down, now what you are having is you just have the product. But can you make a product clickable so that the user can also see the description? For example, mine, I have a description, I have the amount, see, I have the amount here. I also have my contact the landlord button. I can also schedule viewing, see, and I can also see how the house is. For example, there it is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 450 square feet, self-contained. Where? Kilimani, Nairobi. The location is there. Okay. So, scrolling down, I can see features, amenities and features. We have Wi-Fi, furnished, laundry, kitchen, security. These are what your client needs. This is what the agent normally tells them, right? Nyumba iko na maji, iko na security mzuri sana. But this is what we have it here. Okay? So the client will be able to see all these. Status, is it available? Yes, it is available. When was it listed? 2024. How many square feet? 450. So this it just explains a little bit more about there. Then here you have the landlord's information. Okay. The phone number, the email, call now, send mail, right? You can schedule for the visitation. You can contact him directly or schedule it here. So this is how your product should be able to be visible. So the first thing that it is there is the pictures. It is not just information, just the pictures there. Click on it to take you to the next one, right? And then over here, when you're having your users go to another page, you must provide an option to go back to the previous page, and also you can save it. See, I can save the property if I'm interested. I can also share to someone else. So it is just simplifying what the user needs. Okay? We talked about the MVP mentality. You need to just have what the user requires first before you can introduce other things. For example, I can introduce a WhatsApp, I can introduce Instagram, but now my users don't need Instagram right now. They just need to know where the property is, how am I going to view it, yes, I can view it. So we can also include videos later on, right? So when you go back, just come here, click on go back, and then let's say I want now to log in. Okay? If I want to log in maybe as a client or as a landlord. So what is the landlord going to see on his end? So when I come to the login here, click on login. So here I have a login page. Yes, it is a demo account, so this is not a real account. So here we have a demo login account. So here I created a demo login, and we also have the manual entry, whereby now if I set it up my databases correctly, I'll be able to have a manual entry where I key in my own email, set up my own account, and then have it. But for today, we're going to log in just as a landlord, as a demo landlord, to see what the landlord sees. So here we have login as landlord, who is sarah.landlord@email.com. Here's the email, here's the password. And then you realize that I have the forgot password and I have sign in. These are what my clients need. So when I come here, Let me choose Sarah. So here we have Sarah, email, the password is here. See? Landlord 123, that's a very weak password, but it's okay. So we can sign in. So it is signing in. We not save it now. Okay. So here what the landlord sees is his dashboard. Monthly revenue, how many are rented, 4 are available, total properties are 5. So this landlord has only rented out 1 property out of 5 that he has posted there. So we are having 4 available, which are, we have modern 2-bedroom apartment in Westlands. Okay. So you can just view it. Self-cozy, contained student Kilimani, 25,000. Spacious 3-bedroom house in Lavington, 50,000 a month. Student room near University of Nairobi. So this one is the one which is rented. So you see the difference now. This one is available. This one is now rented. So your program should clearly define what you are offering. Okay. So here you can see that he made 50,000 for this one rented. So he can also view his apartments that he created. So this is how he sees what the consumer sees. Okay. Okay. So what I've done is I've simply created what the consumer needs only. And then now, the moment I roll it out, I'll now be able to now keep on updating as time goes by. Okay. So when I click here, I go back to my landing page. You see how it is working. My user is being allowed to go back to the first page, go back to your contacts, go to where, all over the application with little to minimal visual instructions. Right? So let us continue with the presentations. Let's have another person come present his or her idea. Then we can see on what you can adjust on that. For example, this one here, what can you adjust from the application? Yes, yes, yes.
I saw under the landlord dashboard, the amount, once the rent is rented, is being indicated there. My question is the payment being done through the app? Or I go to the landlord, we discuss our own issues, okay, we agree, okay, me, I have this amount, I will be paying you. Then he or she is the one updating it.
So, I believe all of you are living in a home somewhere. When you go to rent that place out, do you normally bargain rent? No, you never bargain rent, right? It is either maybe you pay deposit and rent, or you pay rent only, right? So that is what the landlord will be having. Let's say this one was 45,000 in Westlands a month. That 45,000, it can be inclusive of the
Deposit.
exactly. So when I go to this landlord's page, or I go through the houses enlisted, and then I found out that I like this apartment. Let me contact this landlord, see if we can talk it out. So the moment I click on it, I schedule a visit, and then I can pay it. So you can do an integration of maybe bank or M-Pesa, depending on the online transaction that is available in that country. So let's say it's another country, you have different online transaction options. So the moment I do that, it just takes out the notification and then updates it here automatically. Because the moment you click on his house in Westlands, then it will not be available anymore, it will be rented out. So the moment it is rented out, this 45,000 adds up to this one here, which brings us to how many? 60,000, right? Yes. And then the available houses will reduce by 1, which comes to rented houses is 2. Okay? Yes. So that's how it works. That's why we're talking about a database. The database just, it's now where your data is stored. The houses, the number of houses. This data, this 15 available or rented out, that's where it is stored. So once a data moves from a subset, then it goes to another one, then this one here will remain empty. Okay? Yes, so that's how you can work it out. Okay? Yeah. Any adjustment you can make there? Yeah, you can have this program. I'm not going to watch that. You can have it. At a fee, that is. Yes. Yeah, I sat down and thought, so why should I give it to you free of charge? Yes, I actually thought. Yes. Last question before you continue. So if there is none, kindly the next person can come present, show us what you have, then we can build on it. Just bring idea, don't worry about it. Just bring it. You're worried. So if you're worried, how are you going to present it to someone?
The lady is here. I can see the very lady.
Yes, kindly. Just come, we won't. Yeah. Remember today it's all about Q&As and the projects you've been working on. And then we improve the projects and the prompts. Just come, just come, just come.
Good morning. So we had an idea, then we did our work together. So I'll first explain, then she'll pick up from where we left. So our idea today
Excuse me, who are you? Where are you from? Yes? Yeah, remember, we are investors. We talked about pitching. Have the energy.
My name is Melissa.
My name is Fidelita.
So our idea today was to design an app with the brand name for Kisumu landlords where they can easily advertise their vacant houses to get tenants easier across Kisumu County. So here is the app, the logo of the app, whereby you say it should be a brand name. So we decided the name is Kisumu Landlords, the logo is there, and if you go ahead, there are essential features. Essential features: profile management, app view, search and filters, simple property listings. We'll explain there. Alafu in-app messaging, safe and private communication between the landlord and the potential tenants. If you continue, there are bonus features to add over it concerning the app. There are vacancy alerts, notify users when a home that matches their needs is listed, tenants ratings, and rent calculator. Booking and viewing scheduler.
Are you paying attention to their yes, their pitching?
Okay, after that, there are some advancement features like smart and scalable upgrades. Under that, there's all-powered matchmaking. Use machine learning to suggest properties to tenants based on their habits, budgets, and lifestyle. Another one is community ratings and feedback system. Provides neighborhood insights based on safety, cleanliness, and amenities. And then after that, there are some challenges that might be implemented, like technical and development hurdles. An example is limited internet access. Under explanation, not all users may have fast and reliable connectivity. Another one is user adoption and trust. Example, landlord buy-in. Some landlords may prefer offline methods or mistrust digital platform initiatives. And then there are some pictures of the houses tenant needs.
Until there, who was any question? You have a bunch of saying I'm password.
Yes. Can we view the page? Which is the theoretical. We need the website.
The next question before you answer that question. Yes. Yes, madam.
I wanted to just dwell on, I saw somewhere, I think from the teacher's explanation,
Which point?
Kabisa, I think there's somewhere get started.
Get started.
I think anybody would want to just get started.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I expected them to just get started. Then we start seeing.
What? Yes. Can you respond to the questions we've been having? Is asked about, can we see the physical representation of whatever you're talking about? And also, as Madam has said, where can we get started? Because we're having a documentation, that is good. The documentation explains what your application is all about. That is very good.
So
yes.
we just had an idea, then we thought that we should just give an overview breakdown. So for the website, whatever, and description, like for the get started, then it comes like yours, your project that way. We were not up to that. We've not yet designed up to that step. So it was just an idea. We wanted to share with you guys and get your feedback so that we can go and do it in a better way.
She's very convincing.
Yeah.
That's good. Actually, she can be very good in terms of marketing. So she can be the programmer, she can be the face of can be the face of the industry. So that approach is quite good. So you need to know what you're working on. You need to know what you're going to implement. So you just don't start from anywhere. So we are having 2 hours to work with. Can you go sit down and then put that idea into a reality in the next 30 minutes, and then we have a review, right? Is it possible? Yeah, so do that in the next 30. Then we will come back. Don't worry, you will come back and tell us now it is working. This is what you had. This is the practical part of it, and then we build from there, right? Any other question before they can have their seats? Who has any other question? Or the main concern was how things will be moving. You can even ask them how much are they planning to charge there. Yes, no, the clients they will be hosting. How much is your application? Since you're talking about theory,
Okay,
how
we will
much?
explain the mode of payment and the cost in our next presentation.
Thank you very much. See, she's very give them a clap. If you are the investor, will you have bought that? Yes. So remember I told you it is about how you present it. How you present it. Because we talked about presentation. How do you present your idea? From the first scenario they were talking about, they talked about their catchy logo and their name. They say that this name is quite relevant to what we are doing. And they also gave us a problem statement, and then they gave us a solution. So she presented the program well, they both did. And building from what we talked about previously, I think they have been working on the other part quite well. So, can we have our next presenter? Yes, can we have our next presenter? I'm not picking anyone, so it is a voluntary. So if you want your program to be vetted, to be improved, you can and show us what you are doing. Yes? Your prompts are used up. How? My project, I had 5 prompts and I'm remaining with 2. You can check my AI. I had 5 and remaining with 2. So, if your prompts are used up, just come show us where you reached, and then we see how far you've gone. Or you can start using the system whereby the next person does it. Yes? So, okay, he did his, the first one, they did theirs. So kindly come show us what you have. Because that's how we are using now. The system now. Come show us what you have. Then you can see.
Good morning, investors. Okay. This. Actually, because of some activities, I could not manage to start with you, so it's just something I'm trying to draft haraka.
It's called impromptu.
Okay.
Phone locator. Inyalo keto namba kanyo to by just keto namba kanyo to search ni kuma nitie city street.
As we are trying to fix this one here, can someone else proceed with the presentations? You don't have one?
I haven't get time to read to the laptop. I have it on paper.
You have it on paper?
Yes, I'm writing my ideas around. So that I'm,
You've been writing them?
In fact, when we were trying to create the app, it limited us. So at some point it crashed. So you find the idea is on paper. The idea is actually the way you explained it last time is practically.
How did you manage to crash an AI? That's very interesting.
It has bonuses. The positive shows has bonuses. It's limited.
How many prompts do you need to create a mock-up of whatever you have? Mine, I still have three. Still have two options left.
Mwalimu, the problem is, you see, after our last class,
Yes.
these people really tried and tried. So you find that they used the wrong stuff. Even mine, I had to change the image.
So that's the problem.
See, even when I'm trying to
Yes, the track log is not working.
it's not working.
It's supposed to work.
I don't know why.
Williams work.
But I read,
Do you agree that you have 15 minutes for you to try fixing?
yeah.
15 minutes. So here's a prompt. Here's a prompt. Here's what I can do. See?
Other profiles.
Improve on the prompts. Here's the prompt. Which counts this one as a prompt. List of services. Those services are listed there. So this should be USB logout. Yes. So that one you'll be adding more prompts. So you can just add a new logout. Listen, when you're prompting the AI, make sure you have everything in that one prompt, and then you enhance the prompt. Because there's no way you will tell an AI to create a website, and then you start telling it the second prompt, add a login button. That is a wasted prompt. So you need to have the context of what you are working on listed there, then you enhance the prompt. You realize that from that one prompt, you'll be able to have a lot going on in your website. That's why I was surprised that you were telling me it is crashing, it's not working. Yes.
I managed to do some 2 projects.
Yes, yeah, we can see them. You can present to us. You guys are presenting. Yes. So just if you're 2 of you in a computer, use another person's email, create an account, have a prompt well defined, enhance it in the next. Now we are having 13 minutes. The next 13 minutes have a working mock-up. The reason why we want to make sure you have a mock-up today is I want you to know how now you can deploy it, I want you to know how you can link your databases, and how easy you can write your prompts with it.
Ulitengeneza hiyo
So you can have it in a grid layout. Take that for example, my for example, mine say is separate. So these houses are for different, right? So you can have so that when I need cyber services, I just have cyber services. So you can have a grid layout of what on your landing page. Yeah. You can have everything on a landing page, and then when you click on it, then it takes you now to the description and the details of your. So this one limits you to only cyber services. You cannot tell me you're having a virtual and a cyber service. You can have see, so it's a general name for many things all so it's okay. Work on your problems, guys. Work on your problems. Just have email. You can even create an email. Let's say my mockups at gmail.com. And then you use that my mockups at gmail.com to log into Replit. So that you're having all the emails going to that my mockup gmail.com. So it's quite easy. Who needs assistance?
The security serious. Do you want
select and video call? Select it. Filter.
Look at the offices that they have handed.
So when you log out, you can log out. Kila ni log out moja. Pero
Kutoka kazi.
log in. Mfumo wako kwa jina.
Remember to set up your profile or solution company. Sema vile kodi ni active.
Kwenye kwa tiep mama. Chatamo.
Yeah, farm management system. wanagi fish market, Kenya fish market, kama inalo fishing kind of the prices yesterday. I don't know if the pieces you want, and then I do delivery. So kataka in Nairobi.
Another option is send a puzzle,
Fish
puzzle
Kenya.
delivery management, list of assigned puzzle, proof of delivery. Say once the person has received it from the good, you can take a photo. Then puzzle is, so this is just keeping all the good records, and then alert some notification in case of
Sizes. So what was it?
I'll just do them
Whether it is
when I'm writing, I'm
whether it
sending
is
the message.
the
Input
process,
this document.
process
This
one or this is example of an process.
Let me address your question. Okay, sir, just a minute. Just a minute. Please. So, let us also have another shortcut. You know ChatGPT, right?
Yes.
Can you take all those prompts that you want, take it to ChatGPT, tell it that I want to prompt an AI called Replit to have this web app. Then ChatGPT will give you a clearly defined prompt. Then take that prompt from ChatGPT, take it to Replit, and then enhance it also there.
Okay.
That's easy, right? So that will save you on the tokens you have, because ChatGPT is quite unlimited, right? To some extent, right? Yes. So go define everything there. All the English you know, define it in ChatGPT first. And then choose the option for think for longer. Then ChatGPT will think for a longer time on your project. Then take it back to Replit. I believe that one can really help. So what you can do, you define this problem to you. That's nice.
Prices depending on the size you want or the gauge.
You not I think it's just maybe names because you see your names but this one is good. So is this dashboard for the client or for the person who is
this is for
the client? So let me come a few.
The problem is this name is numbers my US. But kamanya type number nitasai. In fact na tena what the mkangi nembe ni magi US kali.
Uchamoto.
Mungu sana kanya kanya CD na kazi. Phone locator, phone number, location, lookup. country yani country area code ma code dominate kwa Kenya ni kama kondo ba kama menyama
Royano kidogo kidogo cha GPT not cha GPT replace only improve to just only need to clarify based on the great.
nade kijogni kilo mwana tuana mwana tawo yugi wajira kwa stress
Balances, max, progress, DOM application. No? DOM application? DOM? No. Like, let's say you are in this DOM. Application, then tuition, lunch. What else can we have there? That is called personal information.
can you add it to list 6 people from see that personal information committed
You have to see your personal information. You to see how much you are giving.
okay
No, and maybe
get the results
Login page should also be then you can tell it add relevant pages and options show this web app. Then you can come here, click longer. Okay, flip up through an AI called graphics. Okay. Okay, so I'm developing a web app for students photo through an AI called Replicate. I already started the prompts and I just want to make it better. Students should be able to view the freelances, progress, rules, location, registration grounds, personal information. Login page should also be included. Add relevant pages and options for this web app that makes and also what? This is your application. No, logo will come later. Logo will come later. Relevant and also
profile
practical. Towns of student photos. Okay, so it was the reasoning. Let's see what my friend can think of. Okay, education and security, role-based access, students, faculty, admins. Okay, two-factor authentication. These ones later. dashboard, the landing page. At a game, but this one is a good. Okay. And we have it here. Yes.
Wow.
So we have welcome. Academic will prompt me to log in so that I can see the academic records. And then when I'm at the dashboard now, I'll be able to also have these ones. Okay. So that's what we call what do you call it? Yeah. Quick links. Called quick links. Quick links. Yes. Number 3 is profile and personal information.
Continue with that. That one will help you. Don't put it on the table there.
Yes, so the school name, the school type, and your books, the school phone number, the location of the school, and the school motto, and the courses offered. I've listed them out. These are the courses we offer.
Why is your user being able to see these ones? To delete?
So I was the one still, it was still under maintenance.
So this is an admin dashboard or a user's dashboard?
So this was my dashboard, the admin dashboard, and then the application where yeah, you can apply. So I was trying to how I can improve this one.
What you were doing before you came, you were taking the VGA cable, you showcase to everyone, they ask you questions and then they help you improve on it before we can go deeper in that. Yeah. So is your web app hosting other schools or it is a school?
Just
So why are you having schools information here? School name, why are you typing out a school name? I need school type. If I am to have YMCA, I am not going to have YMCA here as a choice because it is one. If I'm having YMCA, KMCC, Riyadh Technical Training College, there are number of schools. So I'll be, the user might be selecting the different schools that they have. You see the difference? So if it is your own, then just create a landing page for your school first, have very nice pictures, then there is that admission. So when the user clicks on it, let me see. Yeah, we have applications.
yes,
Yeah, so a user can apply on it. But how can you apply to somewhere where you don't even see a picture of people learning? So it needs to it's got we have the link page, about page, contact page, and what the location maybe. But it's a good startup. You can just tweak it a little bit. You see, you even have very well defined courses offered. This is very good. See, I have seen projects that are very interesting.
So now that you come just have a look at all of them. So I also have this one. This phone tracker. I can track a phone by the phone location. But now the problem is it was just working for the US.
They changed
US numbers, yes. So I've tried several numbers here. I'm showing the location of the street. Yes. Search this. This is the number I searched for this. So host. The city, Houston, state, Texas, country. Yeah.
you can try thinking, or ask your friend or yourself, what involves phone tracking? What are the steps to take when tracking a phone? Using a phone number. You need also the GPS access to that phone. You need a lot of things. So what I was saying, that user interface explains what you're doing. That is very good. So what I was saying is, use two AI. Use Replit and ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT, tell it you want to make a phone tracking web app. Then ask it, what will I be required to have to be able to track a phone? Then it will list down a lot of things. Then tell it, I am now making it using Replit. Can you give me prompts to do? So you will realize that web app that you're making to track phones, it will be lacking some components because that data that you're having is a mock-up of that one. Okay, so just use ChatGPT to know what you will be required. And then from the requirements, you can see whether you can have it there.
The last one.
Oh.
This is for fresh catching for the fish. Like somebody can order fish from Nairobi. So, okay, where you can type the type of fish you want.
Yeah.
From the type of fish, either fresh or processed, I can process the fish for you. Then the categories from 0.1, medium, and then I was now to upload the pictures. For example, fresh tilapia, kgs is here for 50 shillings. You can add and then you make your payment. Then I was now to add the pictures of the real, the fresh water, the fish that we are having. And so yeah, the fish are there. And the prices there. Yes. So this was the third one. And I can, after this, I do the delivery. Yes.
Okay, so what you need there first thing is you need the client user interface, whereby they'll be able to view, they'll be able to add to cart, they'll be able to check out, they'll be able to track their orders. So what you're having here is a user interface. And then you'll also have admin dashboard, whereby you now be able to upload these pictures and the sellers, because you're now providing. Are you the one selling the fish? Do you have fish?
I can access the fish.
So you'll be having an admin dashboard whereby you'll be able to upload the images. Okay. So if you are not, you are not the person, the only person selling here, you can have what do you call it? You can have what do you call a person who logs into a website as a seller? Just have seller's account. Seller's account. So the seller's account will be able to now upload, will be able to delete, will be able to respond. So this one here is this. Yours is admin's dashboard, whereby you can be able to add the sellers. See, add the sellers. You can add the goods. See, you can even add whatever that is here. You can add it, and then you can also monitor. So when you add a seller, who is this person, what the seller will do, will be able to upload, delete, respond. See? So if you are selling tilapia, then you have tilapia here. This is very practical. You're having smoked tilapia fish, right?
There are pictures there.
Yes. So when a user clicks on this one here, it takes them to the You remember how we showcased the project I was having? When I clicked on it, it takes me now to where the description of this one is. For example, it is from which location, the seller, how much it is, all those things, right? That is what the client will see. And then admin, you are the one controlling everything. You can add the seller. What the seller does, just have a clear layout. But this one is quite practical. This one is very practical. You can have it for the people who are selling fish also. Don't just have it as yours. Be able to create a platform where the sellers can also join in. Because you are a seller, there are sellers also. And we have one pool of clients. That's what you can do.
Now that we reached the limit which they propose to subscribe.
It is not that much, 2,000 shillings. And what I've told you is, go to ChatGPT. Describe what you want. For example, there's we've really described it and it has given us all the steps and also what to include. Then take those ones, put them on your prompt. You realize that you will use very minimal number of prompts. Mine I use 3, and you can go see my application. I've used 3 and remaining with 2. So when you use ChatGPT, it narrows down your English to something. Don't just copy everything, just filter out what you need. You can even tell ChatGPT to improve it, because ChatGPT it gives you that room over doing the improvements. Then after you're satisfied with the last prompt, take it now, put it on Replit. Replit will look at that one, generate something really interesting for you. Try that what you see. Just add a ChatGPT tab here. Really. Let's say you want privacy framework. You want to change it to dollars to you also want to change it to days. Also, this is your dashboard, right? You can be able to see what is happening. But what about me? I also want to go to the website. I want to tell you that I have trust. Which of your suppliers deals with trust? I want to see them. I want to tell them that I have brass metals available. So how am I going to do that? Because what you have in here is an admin dashboard. But for me, I want to go to your tractor to go tell you that I have brass, and I see the suppliers you have in brass, and I see the suppliers you have in metal, aluminium. So when you get to know that these clients exist, then I can do that. So this one here is good for the admins. create the client, to create the supplier. For example, the guys who are dealing with the aluminium, glass, all those metals, and then create an interface whereby a user like me can come and tell you that I have this and this. So that is your dashboard only. A user can access.
Now, when I look here, scan it, ensure your software is compliant with local
Let's have an example like mine, so that my landing page had two options: the client and also the person who is the landlord, right? So the landlord is your supplier. So create a login page or a landing page that has the metals listed in grid form. For example, the way my houses were listed in grid form. Then when someone needs that supplier, they click on it, then the supplier details comes there. So just create a landing page that has that. So what I'm saying is, you will have a landing page apart from this dashboard. So you can log in as an admin, you can log in as what do you call it? A client, you can log in as a supplier. You can have 3 logins. So when someone just wants to see the suppliers who are dealing in, let's say, glass, aluminium, all those things, there. But if it is you who is supposed to log in, you can be able to just log in yourself. Okay. That's Let's tell it now to create a user interface that allows clients to see the suppliers, but do it first on your ChatGPT. Yes. Make sure you have ChatGPT open to enhance your prompt first before taking it to Replit. So have ChatGPT first before you tell it to do that. Have ChatGPT. Go explain to ChatGPT what you want. Then it gives you the prompt. Then you come back. Okay? It saves you a lot of time. This is really good. Things are working. Things are now coming true. So if you will have made a use of ChatGPT, you will have better problems. So have the prompt here, view, then take it, and then it asks also don't waste your prompts. Your prompts will renew. Maybe I think they normally renew at midnight. Renew at midnight.
Log out.
Like now, they are the admin.
No, the moment you create the user-based roles entry, the login, So an admin panel, they'll have a different database students, but they'll be linked in that the admin or the let's say the faculty, let's say ICT, the head department of the ICT will now be able to be given the option of keying in the marks per the students. Let's say Tom, Tony, Peter, Sam. So he will be able to see all these students in his dashboard. So what you need to do is prompt your AI, tell it to now create user-based roles. For example, the student, faculty, admin, and faculty. After it has done that, then it will create the databases for each and every user. And then what it does, it now connects all these databases together. So that if you want to add you want to have the student, maybe it's called a B plus in ICT. So the teacher wants to key in that result. So he's supposed to go find Tony where it is, and then against it, he can add a B plus of an average score of maybe a certain amount. So that will not happen on a student's portal. It will only happen on a faculty. It will not happen on admin's portal to learn on a faculty. So all these things are according to the users. For example, the finance person doesn't need to know how many marks you've scored. He just needs to know how much you've paid in fees. The admin only needs to know how many students are there. Are they boarders, they scholars, or which dorm have they registered into if they are boarders. Okay? So you try narrowing down to which information is relevant to which user. So if you're keying information, it is for the faculty, HOD. If it is admitting students, it's the admissions office or the admins. Okay? And if it is things to do with assignment, it is the faculty, the HOD can upload an assignment there. Then the student gets it only on their portal. Yes. So you need to tell it to now create the pages for the logins. For example, it's the admin, it creates a whole admin's page. For the faculty, the teacher, it creates a whole teacher's page. That's what you need to tell it to do. Then to link everything together, give you a login page where you choose. For example, my project you saw, I chose the client and the landlord. There were the options for the client and the landlord. So when I selected the landlord, it took me straight to the landlord's dashboard, whereby the landlord was able to see the houses they have, how many they've rented out, how much they've gotten, the revenue, right? Yes, that's what you can do there. But now take it to ChatGPT first before taking it back to Replit, because to keep your yeah. No, it is just copying.
We just
copying. It's a
So-
client, let us grab.
if I copy,
See, now this one is clear definition, right? And then now tell it now, I want my users also to be able to see the suppliers. Just keep on improving it. Yes.
or just up again, I had
No, just continue talking to it. Just continue talking to it. It will keep on adjusting and adjusting. Tell it now you want your users to be able to now see what you're doing.
So after that one, I will copy.
Yeah.
And then all
Just copy it. Just copy the relevant things you want.
is okay.
Paste
If
it.
I copy, then I came here. Where will I paste?
You have your agent. The agent is here.
Okay.
Oh, it disappeared. That was your problem. Your agent disappeared. Your agent is here. You paste it here.
I will paste it here.
Yes, and after you've let's say it has not enhanced it, but it's okay. So you just enhance it.
So I copy the detail that I want.
You can even copy it,
So I
put it back here, tell it to enhance that prompt, to enhance it as a prompt, and then take that prompt, take it there. For example, you want a portion, take that portion, put it here, tell it to enhance it as
So
a
for example,
prompt.
it's okay. For example, I have all these ones. They are my clients' details. That's right. So I copy from here.
Take all the thing, put it here, tell it now to make it as a prompt.
Okay.
Yes. So when you tell it to make it as a prompt, it will think and then give you a proper prompt that will tell the replit and give those that. So don't just copy it directly. Copy this one, put it here, tell it to make it as a prompt, take the prompt now.
Now I need to start from here.
That prompt is very simple. Yes. You can tell it to let's now enhance project to make it be able to accept logins. For example, you can do it administration. Then create the dashboard for each and every. Yes. You see that one is now a
Job description.
Yes.
Client details.
And then after it has given you, you copy it, take it back to ChatGPT, tell it now to make it as a prompt. So that it will give you a prompt which you will now take it to now and rep it. Yeah.
How are you investors? Sorry, investors. Investors are performing well. So we are kindly requesting that we break for tea, then we going to have 15 minutes, then we are coming back. 15 minutes leaving. So, can we use 10?
Yes, we can use
10.
it and otherwise we do. We have refreshments just there. So we can just have our refreshments when we come with it here as we continue because when are we supposed to end? 1, so we are only an hour or so. So Father, we thank you for the provision of a soda and bun. Let's do Jesus' name. So Father, you can do it. Jamani, tafadhali.
These people have said
Kwani hiki tunayo charge 0%. Kila mtu amechukua nini? Soda. Sawa kwa sawa. Ila laptop yako nitagonga chini. Ila laptop Calvin nitagonga chini. Hii nitagonga chini.
Umefunga?
On.
Acha nifungue. Mimi najua kunifungua.
Kitu za kusumbua hizi.
Inafunguka.
Kitu za kusumbua hizi. Hiyo charger hata kwanza icharge.
Hiyo icharging hii ni desktop. Hiyo ilikuja kama betri yake ni mbaya. So, it take time.
Sasa unajua sasa tumepoteza kila kitu.
Haiwezi kuwa.
And
Sikaongea.
just a minute. So you can continue practicing and make good use of ChatGPT first before you go to Replit. And then whatever you're going to do on Replit is something that can be deployed, you can start working as soon as possible. So the only thing that you require, let's say you want to make it a little bit more professional, the costs are very, very subsidized. In that, as low as 2,000 shillings, you can get access to a database, a good number of prompts, and not just 10, but multiple number of prompts that are quite useful. And if you do that and you maximize on ChatGPT, you'll be able to use the Replit quite effectively than how you're prompting it. And also avoid statement prompts. Those ones will eat up your prompts that you were given. Make sure you have a statement, ChatGPT, have it extensively analyzed, and then have multiple corrections on your program. So let's say if you want to change the background color, don't just change the background color, change the background, the layout of the buttons, add more animations. So you see, it's a whole list of things in one prompt, so that you maximize the uses of that prompt, right? So the next time that we'll be meeting, we'll see how to deploy it, how to make it visible for those who subscribe to any package that's there, and then from there on, see how to maximize on it. Okay. Is any question before I leave? You can continue working on the project. Any question?
How to upgrade? Can you upgrade by M-Pesa or you have to add a credit card details?
Just check the option. I think there is an M-Pesa X, Play, I don't know. Just check it. So if you check it, you can just find someone and then do that.
People